Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Teacher Talk sessions. Teacher Talk 27. Yes, it's been 27 weeks so far, and and every week, as you know, that I have different and very important teacher trainers, educators in this live sessions. And tonight, I have also another very important person, educator from ELT world, and he is Oxford University Press regional coordinator, and also he is a teacher trainer and instructor, and he is also, we have known each other since 2003 from university, and he's a very great person. Kocabuğa, and have this live session with him. When he comes, we are going to start it, and I'm sure that it's going to be a very educational and very informational session. So I think he's here. So let me find him. Yes, then we can start. Yes, I'm waiting for him. Yes, he is here. Hello? Okay, just a moment. I think there's a connection problem. So let me try again. I'll invite him again. So sorry for this. I've invited him again. Yes, he is here.
Hello,
Good
Volkan.
evening. Hello, it's great to see you.
Same here. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I hope you are doing well and you are great.
I'm fine. I had a little technical problem at the beginning. I'm sorry for that.
Okay, it's normal. It's normal. Yeah, especially these days, we face this kind of technical problems, but that's not a problem. Finally, you are here with us. I'm so excited
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this session. Thank you very much. Firstly, I would like to say again, thank you to accept my invitation for this teacher talk session. And I'm sure that it's going to be a great session with you tonight. And I hope,
I hope so. Thank you for inviting me as well. It has been a
it's
long
great.
time not to see you. 13 years, like.
Yes,
It's great to
you're
see
right.
you again.
Again, yeah, thank you, Emrah. Me too. Same feelings. Okay, and if you are ready, and we can start, and then the people and the listeners, they come slowly. All right. So can we?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay, great. So Emrah, can you tell us about yourself, please?
Yeah, my name is Emrah. I'm working as a regional coordinator at Oxford University Press. So I have been working for Oxford University Press for 9 years. And before that, I taught as a lecturer in North Cyprus, as you know. I have spent
Yes.
there 7 years. I taught in prep school and also English language teaching department for 7 years.
Okay, great. And so another one is like, can you tell us about your experiences in teaching?
Actually, my teaching experience is based on prep school and English language teaching departments. So I taught 4 years at European University of Lefke prep school and 3 years in English language teaching department. So I have in total 7 years teaching experience actually.
It's great. It's great. I still remember that times. They were really great times.
Yes.
And I think this question maybe comes from that times. Emrah, what was your favorite moment or experience in your own education?
I mean, it's a little bit difficult question for me, Volkan, but to tell the truth, I mean, if your mother or father is a teacher, that means that you have to study at a university. So you don't have
Yeah.
another chance. I mean, you cannot earn money by playing football. So this is the only chance that you have. Actually, after many unsuccessful attempts, I managed to get 50% scholarship in North Cyprus. As you know, you were one of my classmates.
Yes.
As far as I remember, I have taken the university entrance exam for 6 times or something like that.
Wow.
And yeah, at the first day of the school, the first lesson, everybody, you know, was really, you know, fluent in English, and I couldn't understand anything. You were one of them. And I think you were 17 years old, right? And I was 24. I said, what I'm doing here? I mean, you know, so,
Yes, I was. You are
I mean, actually, the journey started at that time, and you know, it was really difficult for me to cope with all these difficulties. But with the help of my great friends like you and my teachers, I managed to
thank you very
graduate
much.
from ELT department. So this is my, you know, learning journey actually, and I have been learning since that time. So it's a kind of faith, I guess.
Yeah, it's great. And still, when I remember that moments, I became really, you know, sensitive about
Yeah,
about
don't
that.
cry, don't cry.
Don't, I'm not gonna cry. But
Yeah,
you know, the
yeah,
time, you know, the passing so quickly. Okay,
exactly.
great. It's great moments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Emrah. So, I would like to move to another point from this one. Like, can you tell us about your current business? I know you are working a very good business now, and a well-known business, and especially the place where you work is very popular. Hold. So, can you tell us about that and what kind of things you are doing there?
You know, I'm working for a publishing sector, so I'm working for Oxford University Press. The basic thing that we are doing, we have been publishing for more than 600 years. And we are
Wow.
delivering, you know, qualified materials of Oxford University Press all over the world. Of course, this is not the only thing that we are doing. So we have been, you know, training teachers. We are, you know, delivering parent seminar. We are delivering seminars for students. Actually, we are a kind of, you know, a partner in education, right? So whenever you have
Yes.
a problem or whenever you have an idea, we are ready to share and we are ready to help. We are ready to contribute to education. So, I mean, it's really important for me because I'm taking my teaching experience into publishing. And I'm one of you. I mean, I'm a teacher as well. So I'm just trying to share my experiences and, you know, my ideas on education. So this is the basic
I see.
duties that we are having in Turkey and all around the world, actually.
I see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And my other question is like, you know, when the lockdowns started and the teachers, you know, were told to the online teaching, like, and all of us, we were really, you know, stressed out, and we are probably more relaxed and organized while teaching online now. But I think there were two groups of teachers in this period, like the ones who simply lectured and moved on as they believed this was a temporary situation, and other types of teacher, like the ones who try to use millions of digital tools to engage their students. And in this case, do you have any suggestions about the usage of digital tools in this case?
At the beginning, we thought it's a temporary situation, but we have seen that it's not. We are still in this period, actually, and it's really difficult for all of us. When we consider online teaching, we should categorize it. What do we mean by online teaching? So the situation that we are having at the moment, it's not online teaching. I call this as urgent online teaching because we were not ready. I mean, this is not planned for anybody, right? And also we have to, you know, look the synchronous part and also asynchronous part of online teaching. As far as I know, almost all the schools are doing, you know, synchronous sessions with the students. But also
Yes.
there are other elements in online teaching, especially asynchronous features of digital tools are really important to use, in order to get the necessary outcomes, actually. So it's really important. But as you know, as teachers, we had many difficulties, and also as publishers, we had many difficulties as well. It was really difficult for everybody. But there are many tools that our teachers can use. Almost all the publishers have electronic versions of the books. We have iTools, some other digital tools that you can use in the class. But I think the basic issue is to find out the best tool that you can use in your classroom. Because there are many tools, many platforms that you can use, but they may not suit your students' background. They may not suit your teachers, your background as well. So you may not be competent with all the tools that we are using now. But yeah, I mean, it's really important to use some digital tools in your classroom if it is appropriate to your outcomes, if it's appropriate to your students, and also if it is, if it matches with your background as well.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much. It's a very nice answer.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. And the other question is like about, especially these days, maybe most of the teachers have this one, workload. Teachers have a huge workload. Like, our duty is, take more time in distance education than it takes, face-to-face classes. And moreover, the parents are more involved in this process now. And what would you suggest to us to maintain our well-being? And also, could you give any tips in terms of balancing our workload?
I'm not the correct person to ask this, Volkan. I don't have any work-life balance. The only balance is work at the moment. Most probably, I mean, all of us, loss plays important issue. Well-being is really important. Well-being of students is really important, but well-being of teachers is also important. So actually, what we can do is, I think we should have some time for ourselves as well, right? We cannot teach all the time. I know that it's really difficult to teach online. We are not, we are not ready to teach maybe. We had some difficult times, but it's really important to spend some special time for you. And also there are many tools that you can use in order to, accelerate your teaching in the classroom. But the issue is that you have to share some time for you. I mean, you have to spend some time for yourself.
I see. Thank you. Thank you, Emrah. Okay. And in this period, we have got many chances, especially digital and online platforms, attending webinars during the pandemic period. And we still have, except for webinars, what can we do for our professional growth these days?
Professional development is another important issue for all the teachers in Turkey and in the world as well. I believe the importance of webinars, general webinars or general trainings, but the important issue is that these webinars should be tailor-made. Because, we have different problems, we have different students, we are working for different institutions. That means that we need to, experience some practical issues that we can apply in our classrooms for the next day. Yes. They're all beneficial. We should attend those general webinars. Almost all the publishers are designing and delivering webinars nowadays. They're all free. But the webinar should be really tailor-made for the teachers. So this is why the needs analysis is really important. So we should be very careful with needs analysis of an institution. We should be really careful with the needs of a teacher and also the needs of a student, the needs of the students. So when you combine all these important issues, webinars are really important, but they should be tailor-made. The other issue is that there are many blogs, free blogs nowadays because of COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes.
So we can follow those blogs. Almost all the publishers have some teachers' websites that teachers can, follow the research studies over there.
Yes.
They can join some questionnaires. They
Mm-hmm.
can share their ideas. So I think we should closely, follow the educational sites, and we
Yes.
should keep our eye on that in order to keep ourselves updated.
I see. I see. Thank you. Thank you, Emrah. And and my other one is like this maybe is really related the with your environment, like work environment. Like it's about the most of the schools seems addicted to course books. And however, during the lockdown, and most of the students couldn't reach their course books as they had left them at school, and therefore the teachers had to find or create new materials to teach their students. I think it was like a great opportunity for teachers to define the place where course books stood in our life. Do you think course books are essential component of our lessons, and what is their place in education? It's a good question, I think, for you.
Yeah, I was waiting whether you're going to ask any questions related to course books or not. But I think I should answer this question wearing my teacher hat, as I'm working for a publishing company. But it's certain that course book is not a Bible. And the most important issue is that the teacher shapes the course book that she or he is using in the class, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, as you know, sometimes you may need to skip one unit or one activity, right? Because it's not suitable with your outcomes, or it's not suitable to your student's background.
Mm-hmm.
But the important issue is that in every course book, Volkan, there is a methodology. So we follow a kind of methodology in a course book. And as you know, we have course book series, right? For primary and secondary, at least we have 6 levels for each course book. That means that throughout these 6 levels, you are following a single methodology. And in every unit, for every activity, there is an outcome over there. So if you want to reach that outcome, and if you want to, match the needs of the curriculum, it's really important to use a course book. But as I said, it's not the Bible. Okay,
great. So it's a kind of...
If I come to the question that, some students couldn't reach their books during the pandemic, actually almost all the publishers have ebook versions. And for example, as OUP, we provided all the ebooks for free. So that means that students, had a chance to reach their books. But of course, there are some places that students do not have an internet connection, or they don't have technological devices. But I think we have sorted out this problem, because now we are, really ready to teach online. We have had some experience on that in all the teachers.
I see. Thank you very much. It's very informative answer. Thank you very much, Emrah. So, my other question is about the, the teachers. For you, what are the characteristics of effective language teachers?
Except cliche, words and sentences. I think there is only one characteristic of a language teacher. So this is the feeling of joy. If you're satisfied with your performance in the class, if you can feel the joy of teaching, and if your students can feel joy of learning, this is the basic characteristic that we should search for, actually.
I see. Great one. I think very important. Very important. Yeah, you should really love the job that you are doing it. If you don't love it, it's really hard work to do for you, and also for the students.
Exactly.
Great. Thank you. And my other one is about, what do you suggest? This is also especially maybe the most of the teachers, let's say, actually maybe they face this problem about establishing effective, a good rapport with the students, especially online. So what do you suggest the teachers to establish an effective rapport with the students online?
Establishing rapports in a physical classroom is difficult. And now we are teaching online, and it's more difficult than ever, because you cannot meet your students physically in the classroom. But there are many ways to, foster good rapport with your students, Volkan, while you are teaching online as well. So the basic issue while you are teaching online is to create a learning community. As a teacher, we have to create a learning community. As a teacher, we have to show our presence in the class, in an online class, right? And also what we can do is we can start every single day with a different activity. I mean, just simple activities. For example, you can ask your students to share a picture from their room. What do they have in their desks? And then you can share your picture. This is my room, and this is what I have on my desk, So your students should feel that you have presence there, and you have to create this learning community as the teacher. So this is really important to, to set up these good rapport with your students. And also while we are teaching online, the another issue is that, we have to put some classroom rules. And these rules should be very clear to students, to parents, and to the teacher as well, right? Then I'm sure that you will not have any problems while you're teaching online in terms of, creating good rapport with your students.
I see. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Emrah.
You're welcome.
And my other question about, this is also really wondering about how will you answer this one? What do you think about the future of language education?
Nice question.
This is also
you have wonderful questions, Volkan. Thank you for that. So, I'm sure that we will never go back to the traditional method. And I personally believe that COVID-19 pandemic period will be a milestone for the future of education. Not only for language, but all means of education, because we are in a world that we have to cope with the technology, we have to cope with viruses, we have to cope with many other problems as well. But the notion of education has been changing day by day. And
I see.
This is why it's really important to be ready for everything that we are going to face with for the near future. That can be online teaching, that can be flipped classroom, that can be synchronous, asynchronous combination of online teaching, but education is going somewhere else. And I'm sure that we will not go back to the, ex-normal.
I see. I see. Yeah. Right now it looks like that, but we cannot know actually. Okay. So this is also really difficult question and really good question. I really like it. Do you think that the current way of educating children fully prepares them for the needs of 21st century?
21st century skills, very, very trendy topic for many
Yes.
years. So we have been discussing this for many years, Volkan, and almost every single publishes, have some solutions for 21st century skills. But 2 or 3 years ago, I think, or 2.5 years ago, Oxford University Press has changed the name of 21st century skills. We call it as global skills. And what do we have on the global? Well-being, digital literacies, and intercultural competence and citizenship. So we call this as global skills. And actually, we need to raise global people, right? We need to raise global learners. But the important issue for 21st century skills, we don't know the outcome of it. Because some skills cannot be assessed in the class. And some skills should be transferred to outside of the class as well, right? So it's really important to assess global skills. That means 21st century skills. The assessment is a key issue over there. So what we can do is we can use some portfolios and
Mm-hmm.
we can plan some activities outside of the classroom, and we can ask our students to report back in the class. This is the only way to raise global, learners.
I see. Thank you very much. Thank you, Emrah. So another question is like, what do you think of the most exciting or effective learning environment should be? Yeah, especially right now we are having the online lessons, but you can think both, like face to face or online.
Actually, again, it's really simple, Volkan. I mean, effective learning environment means that all the participants of this journey enjoying themselves there, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
learning, they're sharing ideas, they're respecting each other, and they can transfer their skills outside of the classroom. So this is why we always, focus on the importance of the importance of learning outside of the classroom as well, not only
I
inside of the
see.
classroom. And the other important issue for that, parents or the other people outside of the classroom should
Uh-huh.
observe what we have learned in the class. Because if you can, if you share your learnings and if you're taking
Mm-hmm.
this from outside of the classroom, that means that you're enjoying learning because you're
Yes,
sharing, right? So this is what I think actually.
I see. Thank you. Thank you. And my other one is this about, actually, this is very, I mean, like, the question. Let me see what I'm gonna say. The answer. Like, what role do you think the government should play in education? Hard one, huh?
Yeah, actually
Be care be careful.
there is lots to say here, but we are in a live session, and we should be really careful to answer this question. Actually, the main responsibility of the government is to provide equal chances for the teachers and students, because I mean it's really certain that some students do not have equal chances with other students and the other teachers as well. We
Mm-hmm.
can find a smart board in one of the classrooms in somewhere, but
Yes.
in other parts of Turkey, there is not even a blackboard in the class. And now we are doing online teaching, and it's really difficult to, it's really difficult to be sure that every single student has an equal chance, right?
I
There are
see.
some places that they don't have internet, they don't have any technological devices.
Yes.
So the basic duty of the government is to provide equal chances for all the teachers and students as well. And also the government should pay special attention to teachers as well. Not only the
Mm-hmm.
government, but the public. Public
I
should
see.
pay special attention to the teachers, because the teachers are raising the nation, right?
You're right. I see. Great.
I should
Thank
stop
you.
there, Volkan.
Not more. This is enough. This is enough, you think? Okay.
Yeah,
Emrah,
I should stop there.
I want to ask you another question. Like, what does an educated person look like today for you?
Uh, that's another nice question. Actually, it depends what do we mean by educated people. Uh, but if you can follow what's happening around you, and if you have an idea to say,
Uh-huh.
that means that you're an educated people, right? So
I see.
you know how to reach the information that you need.
Uh-huh.
You can differentiate the bad and the good. That means you're an
Mm-hmm.
educated, people.
Okay, great. Thank you. And I really don't understand how the question passed. It was really quickly, and we are almost coming the last questions. Yeah, there are last couple questions left. So, and thank you for that answer about the educated person. Like, and the other one is, most of the people, I mean, has this, and I'm sure that you have one. What is your motto?
What's my motto? Good question. Uh, my motto is internalize what we are doing, welcome. So you have to internalize what you are doing. So this is my motto. And the pandemic situation, you know, has taught to me that, I mean, you should be open to anything that comes to you. So I think this is my motto.
I see. Great one. Like internalize. Can you get it again? Internalize what you are doing.
Internalize what you're doing and be open to what world brings to you. So
okay.
That's my motto, I guess.
Okay, thank you, Emrah. And I would like to ask you this one also. This is extra question. Can I ask an extra question? Okay. So how do we help students to discover their potential learning?
This is a really good question as well, Volkan. So I mean, as the teacher, we have many duties in the class, right? You have to teach, and you have to take care of your students, and you have to care their well-being, and also you have to see their potential, right? But this is not, you know, we are not the only person that find out this, you know, important issue. So we need some help from the parents as well, right? But I think regular observation is the key point for that. So if you can, you know, watch your students closely, if you know their interest areas, if you can realize the, you know, if you can realize their, you know, interest areas, and if you can help them through, you can easily find out the potential of the students.
I see. Great.
And you can give them some extra and challenging, you know, activities, some extra and challenging projects in order to find out that as well.
I see. Thank you very much, Emrah. And we are, you know, actually we have done it. We have completed the questions, and thank you very much for your great answers for the questions, and very useful, and for your suggestions. And my last one, what would you like to say to all the teachers and all the people who listen to us or will listen to us later, and to them as your last words?
Actually, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for the chance that you provided, Volkan. It's really nice to answer your questions and share my ideas. So the basic issue is that we are teachers, and it's certain that we will have more difficulties in the near future. And we should be ready for everything. But the important issue is that we should believe in ourselves. You know, we can sort out every single problem that we are facing with, because as teachers, we are strong people. We know how to sort out the problems, because I'm sure that almost all the teachers have faced with, you know, billions of problems in their teaching life, right? I'm sure that we can sort all the problems, so we should keep our motivation, and we should really care our well-being as well, right?
I see.
It's really important. So, I mean, as a teacher, we should care our well-being, otherwise we cannot teach it, actually.
I see. Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Emrah. Thank you very much. And I'd like to say again, you know, thank you very much for, you know, accepting my invitation and be my guest here tonight. And it was really nice to, you know, to having you here and listening to your ideas, your suggestions, and they were really precious for me, and I'm sure that they were also precious, the one who listened to us, you know, tonight. And also I would like to thank you to them also, the one who joins us and be with us tonight and share their time with us, spend their time with us, like you. And that's all, Emrah. And I hope that we are going to see each other soon, face to face, and maybe and do another organization and activity, or maybe live session again in another time. And thank you very much also for your time and your precious time. I know at this time you are, you know, you're with us and you share your time, spend your time with us. Thank you.
You're always very welcome, Volkan. Thank you so much for the chance. And please take care of yourself. Hope to see
Yes,
you
you
face
too.
to face very soon.
Yeah, as soon as. And also, again, I would like to say good evening to the people who listen to us in Turkey, and good morning, good afternoon, and to the people who listen us from another countries. And that's all for tonight. And we were with Emrah Kocabuğa from Oxford University Press and regional coordinator and teacher trainers. One more time, thank you very much for your suggestions and for your ideas and for your time, Emrah. See you
You're
next
welcome.
time.
Welcome. See
And
you.
see you, everybody. Good evening. Take care and peace. Bye bye.